Okay, this week we are going to rearrange slightly more complicated formula that involve powers, that's things like squares and cubes, and roots, things like square roots, cube roots. So in the first question we are going to make w the subject. So we have to get this formula so that it's w equals, at the moment it's w squared. So the opposite of squaring something is square rooting it. So we are going to square root the right hand side, and we have completed question 1. Question 2. We want to make x the subject. So this time we have a cube root. So before we can do anything, we've got to get rid of that cube root. The opposite of cube rooting is the cube. So if we cube the c, all of a sudden the cube root has disappeared. Now I'm almost there. To get x on its own, I have to take the minus b to the other side. So it becomes x equals c cubed plus b. And I have finished that one. Okay, this final question is a humdinger. They are asking us to make n the subject. So the first thing we've got to do is get this part of the formula on its own. So we're going to remove the q. So 4n cubed over p is going to be equal to rx, and if we take the plus q to the right hand side, it becomes minus q. The next step would be to remove this denominator. So whereas the p is dividing the 4n cubed, if we take the p to the right hand side, we have to multiply, but multiply everything. So we put the p in front of a bracket, and it's rx minus q. The next step is to remove the 4, so we get n cubed on its own. The 4 is multiplying the n cubed, so to take the 4 over, the opposite of multiplying is dividing, so we divide everything by 4. And the final step, to get n on its own instead of n cubed, the opposite of cube is cube root. So we are going to cube root this entire formula, and that is the finished answer.